And so, bear with me. There's a lot of nuances that come into doing this process, but a lot of people are very interested in it. And nonetheless, I want to kind of help people out and get the ball rolling for them. So we'll go, and basically what you have to do is just find your first model that you want to model your LoRA after. And, either you can find images of a real person, or you can generate them using Nano Banana Pro. Right now, that's the best way to make a data set. But yeah, I'm going to show you a little bit of how I've been training and some of the LoRAs that I've trained here using Ostris AI Toolkit. So we have the training queue, and I'm going to go over to one that I trained actually on my own personal images. So bear with me. Hopefully it's not too ugly for you. I know it's rather grotesque, but no. Wondering, how do you start up the AI Toolkit? Well, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is go to runpod.io. In the description below, I have a link with my affiliate code. If you click that link and sign up, you'll get some free credits, and so will I. So win-win. And so you go to your pods here, you'll hit deploy, and basically you'll just select whichever pod you like. The RTX 4000 ADA for 26 cents an hour is pretty good. 20 gigabytes of VRAM. That'll definitely train our LoRA in an ample amount of time. Usually it takes about 2 hours to train one. So you just select the RTX 4000. Then we'll change template. What you'll do here is you'll just scroll down until you find the AI Toolkit by Ostris. Very cool guy. Check out his channel, man. He is really up to date all the time on the bleeding edge of AI, and I just really appreciate what he does for the space in general. So you just select your toolkit, and then now all you have to do is click deploy on demand. And once that pod is deployed, we'll just basically wait for the connection. Only takes a few seconds here. And you can even watch the logs. What it's doing here is downloading AI Toolkit files to your file system. So yeah, you'll definitely probably want to use a storage system, network storage within RunPod. And yeah, so from there you'll just select your pod on the HTTP services, port 8675, and just open that up. And always, password is always password. Just remember that by default. So yeah, then you can check out your training data, your data set, your training queue, start new jobs. So yeah, here's the Ostris AI Toolkit. Okay, so let's go to the samples here. And as you see, let me scroll up here. And so it starts here at 0 steps. And this is just base model. And so with the images that I fed to it, it gradually, she looks a little more masculine there. And then as I go down to 750 steps, you see it's kind of a mix between a man and a woman. So I guess that's what my training self would look like, I guess. Nonetheless, I digress. So there's more. That's actually really accomplishing my face. So we'll go ahead. I'm going to get a little personal, I guess, because I have to show you, the actual Facebook that was modeled after to me. And, I didn't want to use somebody on this video that, okay. Yeah, so I didn't want to use, somebody else's image for this video. I wanted to use my own. So here's my likeness. There I am. There's that guy with the long hair. Actually, it's not so long anymore. But yeah, there's actually put in a lot of images with me with long hair, some with short hair. But yeah, nonetheless, I did a very good job of capturing my facial features. Actually, I have a rather large scar on my nose actually, and it actually wound up taking that off in the training, so it's pretty cool like that. Maybe I could start posting pictures on Facebook again. No, nonetheless, I'm playing. So that's at 2,500 steps. I think is about the sweet spot for this LoRA in the training data, and it can vary between 2,000 and 3,000 steps. And so I would definitely recommend always, train up to about 3,000 steps, and then just look at the samples to see and test your training data. But yeah, as it goes down a little bit more even, it looks better at 2,750, and I find that often its sweet spot is about 2,500 or 2,750 between those two numbers. But yeah, you can play around with it and see what happens for you. So here's another image. The base model is a woman. And so you can actually edit these prompts and prompt whatever you want. This is just the actual what Ostris's toolkit is standard. So we'll just now go down, press the down arrow, and as you go, you can scroll over to any of your training data. So like different images. And so yeah, no, went a little wild there, but so yeah, here we go. We're back at the woman here holding a coffee cup, and as it goes down, you see that it starts to capture my likeness. I swear to gosh, this looks like my sister, but I'll digress. Yeah, so as it gets down, it shows, see, it's got my hair looking a little more, and then, the further it goes down, it actually morphs it into a version of me. So like I said, there's a sweet spot in between 2,500 and, 3,000. You can really pick what version of the LoRA you want, and so sometimes you can overtrain the data, and you definitely don't want to do that. So yeah, this was a prompt of a horse is a DJ at a nightclub. Obviously, I'm not a horse, but nay. So look, as the horse comes down, and then there I am. Oh, check me out. I even got my well, it doesn't have my actual tattoos, but did nail my hair pretty well. Other than it looks like I might be going bald at this point. No, a little bit bald. Nah. So yeah, and then for some reason the horse came back in at 2,750 steps. That's interesting that at 2,000 steps, it has me instead of a horse. There's a horse in his house. Okay, so at the end, it's got me with a martini glass. Oh, and it's supposed to be there. But yeah, nonetheless, that looks like a version of me that would be a DJ. Definitely. I can see myself DJing, scratching those pads right there. Okay, so now we have a man showing off his cool new t-shirt at the beach. And a shark is jumping out of the water in the background. So, it actually looks like a little bit of a whale. Looks like a orca whale. Nonetheless, let's go up to where it starts. That's base data, 0 steps. So that is a baseline of what the model depicts from the very beginning without any LoRA training. So as I go down, you see it changed into a guy. He's a little bit of an Asian fella there, and it doesn't specify. It just says a man showing off his cool new t-shirt at the beach. A shark is jumping out of the water in the background. I've never known sharks jump out of the water, but this is AI, so we'll use our imaginations a little bit. So there we are. So as I go down, start to get a little bit more, I got red hair there. My hair is a little bit red, and yeah, it's got the shark. And so I think it does a pretty good job of capturing my likeness. So when I have short hair here, I think it did pretty well with that. And so I trained the data on me with long and short hair, and I really find it interesting that it was able to capture my likeness very well with both in various different, whatever I prompted. If I wanted short hair, I could have that, or long hair. So yeah, this LoRA is actually really great. That looks like me when I was about 17, I swear. That looks exactly like me when I was 17.
Look, there's even no more wrinkles in my forehead like there are now. The wrinkles are, yeah. When I used to have no worries. Look at that guy. The shark in the background, he looks like it's just a tail and a splash, but yeah, it didn't train very well on that, but we're not really trying to get a shark. Hey, the shark came back, and that really looks like me. I mean, I swear, if I had a son, it would probably look exactly like this guy. And so at 1500 steps, it actually loses my likeness a little bit. And so it's funny to see how, as you train in the middle, sometimes it gets a little bit off kilter, and then as it goes up in steps, you see it comes right back. And there I am again. That's definitely looks like me, to the T. That one too. Yeah, 2,250 steps. That's good. And it just gets even better at 2,500. That looks exactly like me. That's like picture perfect of my face. And once again at 3,000, still picture perfect, and even has my necklace that I used to own in some of my images. So I love how well this LoRA is able to train. So now we have a bear building a log cabin in the snow-covered mountains, and so there was no data for that really. We didn't train anything about a bear, so it didn't really do much with that. So let's go back up. Well, and so if you depict a woman, it's still, of course, if you're training a man into the LoRA, even if you put woman, it's gonna bring forth a man, and vice versa. So yeah, a woman playing the guitar on stage, singing a song, laser lights, punk rocker. And as we go down, you see the hair starts to get red. There, I start to get my little. Oh man, that's exactly what I would look like. No, no, really, not yet. We're getting there though. And then see it gives a little bit off likeness there, but there we go. Now I'm coming in very prominently. I look like a very, well, let's just say I'm a bull dyke there. Uh, and so, yeah, I go down. Oh, a bull dyke with a mullet. Uh, Sorry. So yeah, that definitely. It's so crazy to see myself this way, and yeah, you'll really love doing this. If you want to train a data set on your own images, I would really recommend doing that to practice, because it'll help you learn. So yeah, we zoom down as I go down, and yeah, it gets even more like me. And then about 3,000 steps, yeah, perfectly like me, except for a woman version of me. Uh, yeah, definitely looks like a bar I would probably play music at. Okay, so this one's amazing. I love this one. Hipster man with a beard building a chair in a wood shop. Okay, so it starts with this space data. Looks like a guy named Chad that I know. Anyway, this guy is. I scroll down. There we go. We got it's starting to bring my likeness into it. The short hair, a little bit of a fade going on there. Kind of nice. Maybe looks like a older version of me when I actually grow up and shave my head. I'm just playing. There we go. There's my hair, but somehow my beanie and hair are all coagulated into one. It's like a Joe Dirt type thing. Ah, no, okay. So there we go. We got the beanie out of my hair there. Okay, that looks a lot like me. If I was able to do carpentry work at all. There we go. Doing a little bit better there. I'm not sure what I'm building. Looks like I'm putting together a IKEA crib of some sort. But the hair looks great, man. That's definitely like my hair, to the T. All right, now it goes a little bit off kilter there with the hair, and it's starting to bring my forehead lines in and my grotesque nose. And then we have that hoodie is something like I would wear too. Arms similar to mine, definitely looks like me, even at 1,750 steps. But let's go on down, because it just gets better, man. This one looks perfect. This is a perfect photorealistic image of me. Like, I don't think even my family would be able to tell that this wasn't real, honestly. So yeah, and then there's me with short hair. So yeah, it really, you can capture the likeness very well. And so I'm not just going to show you the images. I need to show you the data set that it was trained on and how to do that. As I go through them, I even tried to get the tattoo that I have on my neck. Very, and these are the ones where I had short hair, kind of a little bit younger, but still the same face. So I kept it around like that, and that one I actually ran through twice, and so Yeah, it that way it could know me with long hair and me with short hair. And I think he did a really good job of capturing my likeness. So let's check out the captions. So these are the files that you need. This is how you need to have your file system set up, your data set. And so I'll show you how to do this. I'll include the workflow in the links below. And so you can just go down there, get the workflow, run it in ComfyUI. What you're going to need to do is get a batch of images and basically place them in a directory. Here I had put you have to put input slash whatever folder, and you just hit run, and on this workflow it runs it easily for you, spits out your data set. So it's all done for you. Once you download that out of, if you're running it locally out of your output folder, if you're running it on RunPod, then you'll have to get it through your Jupyter Labs. So yeah, that's how you'll get your image set once you're done. And then from there, you'll just take all of the captions and images together. You'll take the whole folder, the LoRA, when to bring forth this character. So it's a photo of a man. So if you are going to prompt a man at all, it's going to bring forth this character. So a little bit more about that. Let's go to new job. After you have your data set loaded, go to new training job, and what you'll do is give it a name. We'll call it Luna, and you're gonna have to give it a trigger word. I usually use LeetSpeak for this, so we're gonna go L-U-N and then 4, as in A for Luna, so Lun 4. And so that way your trigger word is very very prominently bringing up these images. So if you type that, it's going to definitely bring forth and activate the LoRA. So after you do that, click right here, type Z, as it's the only one with Z image with the Z in it. So Z image turbo with the training adapter. I think that the training adapter is also by Ostris. Super cool dude, man, and he has some great YouTube videos. Definitely want to check him out if you have time. So yeah, now select the model, and that's basically it, guys. All you have to do from there is basically go down here, select the data set that you want to train it on. See, there's various different ones here, and we had uploaded the win. And so from there, all you have to do is click create job. And once you're on this page, you hit play. The start button right up at the top. And as you see, it starts running the job. And so I found for Z image, running on a 20 gigabyte VRAM, you can pretty much do a LoRA within about 2 hours to 3,000 steps. So if you times that by how much it costs to run the RunPod, it'll probably equal up to about $1 per LoRA, if you're really thinking about it. Very cheap compared to how you would pay a API service like Replicate or Val.ai. This is doing it, all of it yourself. So this is how you do it, on a local environment or on the cloud. But yeah, this is the best way to go about training your LoRA, and I've found that it provides really a great character LoRA every time. And not only does it do character LoRAs, let's see, we'll go here. I actually had practiced a little bit with a data set that had strictly black and white images, and so it was monochrome is basically what they were called. So in training that, you can see the samples. We'll go, and I won't go over them too much, but you'll see as it gets down, it actually does monochrome type material. And so yeah, we have monochrome in hipster man with a beard. We have the monochrome woman playing a guitar. Oh, let's go down to the bottom. That's beautiful. I like that one. A bear building a log cabin in the snow-covered mountains, monochrome. You see how well that captured the monochrome. So I might actually train this LoRA a little bit more, and maybe put it on Civet AI for people to use. So yeah, so you guys can. But I do want it. I want to get it a little bit more monochrome. I think I need more pictures of people and other objects monochrome. So nonetheless, I will retrain this LoRA and probably have it up on Civet AI. I'll throw a link in the description below for that as well. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. And really, all you have to do, click that start button and start training you guys some LoRAs. Um, the world is pretty much at your fingertips. You can do whatever with this. And yeah, don't forget you learned it here. Subscribe to my channel, maybe give me a like or two, man. I really would appreciate it. The channel's starting to take off a little bit more, and I really appreciate all the subscribers. I'm gonna keep bringing you content like this every day, so yeah, let's go. Let's see if we can take over the world.